So here's the Switch Tank from Milwaukee. So a couple years ago I had a Sprayers Plus backpack sprayer, and it was a good sprayer. The only issue is it had its own proprietary battery, and I only had the one, so if I forgot to charge it, I wasn't able to use it. The other thing too is, depending on what I was spraying, you would have to clean the tank out. So I was looking at getting a separate sprayer for stuff like Roundup and stuff like that. So instead of doing that, I seen that Milwaukee had this Switch Tank, which is, I think, a pretty awesome idea. Basically, the whole pump, the wand, everything is in this tank right here. It's all self-contained. So what I ended up doing is I have this one for, herbicides and even some pesticides like biffin and stuff like that I don't mind, extra getting on the grass. And then I have this one I believe is for concrete, but it comes with the same wand. It might have a little bit higher output, but I don't know. But I liked it because of the color. It's hard to mistake it. So this one I use for Roundup and selective herbicides and stuff like that. And the other nice thing is I don't have to worry about deep cleaning this tank, because I can always have, this will always be Roundup or stuff that kills grass in this tank. So this pops right off. You got a latch here, latch in the back, and the tank comes right off. And this here is basically the motor that operates the pump. So each one of these tanks has its own pump on the inside, and the motor is in this. The other nice thing that I like about the Milwaukee setup is I'm already heavily invested in the Milwaukee platform, so I have, a ton of batteries, so I never have to worry about, whether or not I have a dead battery. So right in here is the battery. I have a nice little lightweight 3.0 in this one. On this side is the power switch, and then this is your output. So if you want, low or high. So if you're in the market for a sprayer, I would consider this. It's like I said, I like it because I don't have to worry about, contamination or accidentally getting some Roundup on my grass when I'm just trying to spray like biffin or something of that nature. So the tank also has this little screen that goes right inside of here. Right in there. And on the cap, you have this neat little measuring cup that's mounted on there. So that's neat. I like that. It's got a pretty nice wand too. You got this little safety latch right here that flips out of the way, so you can store it or whatever and it's not going to press. And it also has a trigger lock right here, so you can press it and then lock it, and you're good to go. This unscrews. You can take the wand out. It's got nice O-rings, brass. This is probably stainless. This is plastic. And I'm not sure what kind of T-jets these are. I don't know what replacement ones you can get. I just use this one because it's good enough. Focus. It's got a nice nozzle here. This is like a fan tip. I'm not sure what kind it is, but I just use it. It's pretty decent. But I think they gave you some extra ones. I just use this one. With my Roundup one, I just have this, you know, adjustable brass one, which works pretty well. Now, if you end up doing the same thing that I did, one thing to keep in note is this one here, it tells you how much water's in it. So it has markings, you know, 4 gallons, you know, 3, 2, 1. And this one, which I believe is mainly for, I think they advertise it for like concrete. It doesn't have any markings. So what I would do is, if you're gonna do the same thing that I did, you know, put like a gallon in and maybe make a mark out here, you know, your own mark so you can see it. Because otherwise, it's kind of just a guessing game. And these do have drains on them at the bottom also, so you can drain these out through this nice little drain down here. Check this out. Get some stuff in here. Let me turn it up. I think that's the lowest setting. All right, so that's like a fine mist. Turn it all the way down. Yeah, so that's like just coming out. You can barely hear the motor going. You turn it up a little bit more, a little bit more. And see, sometimes I'll spray my trees down if they're getting like carpenter ants and whatnot. So this can get up there. I mean, check that out. So you got carpenter ants, you want to hose them down, get up into the tree if there's something up there. Get it all up in your eyes. Yeah, that's pretty good. Bees nests, all that good stuff. Might want to put some PPE on though. Really kill some weeds. This is just gonna be toast. Oh yeah. And the nice thing is you can literally go from spraying weeds to, you know, putting down RGS or anything like that, you know, fast. As fast as I want to go over there and grab that other tank and throw that tank on there. And then the batteries, like I said, if you already have Milwaukee stuff, you can just swap the battery, even though this one's probably going to be fine. But I'm also doing a pretty big yard, so pretty happy with it. Another quick thing that I had an issue with my Sprayers Plus sprayer is if I tilted and I ran out and lost the prime, it wouldn't reprime itself. I had a tough time. Whereas this, you know, you can run out and it'll prime itself. See, no problems. You can run out. And it just works. The straps are a little bit thin. You know, there's not a whole lot of padding there. I mean, it's comfortable right now because I got a, you know, heavy sweatshirt on. But you know, in the summertime when you're running around in a t-shirt, there's not a lot of padding here. So you just got to be a man. There was a waist strap down here, and it was underneath the tire of my lawnmower, and I went to go pick this up and it ripped it right off. So no more waist strap.